Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the weekend of the 6th and 7th of August. Right, okay. Been a bit of a strange week with the cards, but thankfully we're ending on a good note. The card that I've picked for Saturday, so this is for the 6th. I mean, the energies are around, but, you know, I home it in because it's easier to read in that way. But we have the Knight of Cups. And the word that is on this deck is opportunity. Now, the Knight of Cups, if you remember the beginning of the week, we had the Page of Cups. Now, the Page is a little bit not sure. He's having these feelings. He's not sure where he wants to go. He's a bit immature about them. He doesn't know. The Page, I said, it's cryptic messages would come through with it. The Knight, it's like, right, okay, all of that fear is gone now, and it's like he's grown up a bit. So the Knight now is like, right, okay, he's ready to take action. It's like, you know, his horse is ready. You know, when you see it in traditional tarot, his horse is ready, and he's ready to just plow ahead, you know, after what he wants. I mean, like I say, you know, Knight of Cups, it's all around emotions, you know, and things like that. So it's now, he's walking his talk, if that makes sense, you know, so he's prepared to put the actions in that need to be done. When he was a page, he was just sort of sitting around, you know, thinking, you know, maybe head in the clouds a little bit. Now it's like, right, okay, decisive action is needed, and he's ready to state what it is he wants and go where it is he wants to go. Again, the Knight of Cups is always connected with intuition and love as well. And this Knight thinks with his heart, you know, and it's being urged to go with it this time as well, you know. Your head may be saying, oh, don't wait, slow down, all of this. Forget it. This Knight is ready. You know, he's done a big growth spurt. If you think he's come in a couple of days from the Page to the Knight, you know, and he will eventually be the king. You know, this is it. This is where he is going, the king of his own heart. So he's on this quest to get there. So whatever your head is saying at the moment, if your head is telling you that you're acting erratically, you're acting crazy, that what you see as you want as your future isn't what you can have, then just turn your head off, because this card is saying, listen to your intuition and listen to your heart. You know, it's very, very optimistic, this card, and it's saying, you know, just charge ahead as well. Now, what's strange as well this week is I've mentioned as well that we have the new moon in Leo, and Leo is all about courage. And like I say, I mentioned it's about creativity, it's about passions, it's desires. So with this king, it's like this Knight, it's now like, right, he's got the courage, you know, and it's like, be ready to hear this Knight roar, because it's like this. He's got this inner surge of power, and he's being brave, you know, and he's not scared to be brave. And I really feel that this comes from, it's coming from a place of self-love, this. So he is now, there's a lot of development, I feel, gone on, but he is now at a place within himself where he accepts himself, where he is happy with himself and he loves himself, and this is when he is now ready to love another, you know, and he is now on this quest for wholeness. He has it within himself, but he now needs, right, okay, what is it that I'm missing? Which is quite interesting when you see the next card that's coming up. So it's like he's dedicated, he's focused, you know, he knows where he's going, and he's ready to ride forth to meet his destiny as well, you know. It's like now he is willing to do whatever it takes, you know, and he's willing to take that risk to follow his dreams as well. It's like he's had this emotional and spiritual breakthrough, you know, and he's ready to make a proposition. This is what this Knight is doing. Like I say, it talks of opportunity. You know, this is it. He's ready to grasp this opportunity with both hands. But he's not being crass or rash or anything like that. He's doing it. If we look at this card, it's a ballerina there, you know. He's doing it with grace, and he's doing it with poise, and he's doing it in a virtuous way as well, you know. And he's just, he's being courteous, I think, to all involved. It's not like he's barging through the head, like through the middle of everybody. You know, he's actually, excuse me, could you please get out of my way? Excuse me, can you please get out of my way? You're blocking my way. So he's being very courteous with this as well, you know. And with that, I feel this is when he will find that by just doing this, he will find that his path becomes clearer as well, you know. When we look at this card as well, if we have a look at it, I love it. It's like I say, it's like a magician's hat, and all of these crazy squirrels are coming out. And this is the opportunity, you know. This isn't just by chance, you know. There is magic connected to this as well, and there's a lot of synchronistic events. Now, when the night comes, it's usually he's got something in his sight that he's actually going towards. And because this card is connected with love and emotions, you know, it's usually another person. And the thing is, it's sort of like there's this magnetic pull around that as well. And, you know, they might not be able to understand it, but there's this intrigue, you know. And what Spirit are saying here is that nothing is by chance, you know. People say things are coincidence. And, you know, I don't believe in coincidence. You know, it's all synchronicity. Everything is happening how it should do, you know. And this card is saying that it is now time to take the bull by the horns. Be prepared for a strange series of events around this as well, you know, because the universe is guiding you, and the universe has a very strange sense of humor, you know. It sits there laughing because it knows where it's taken us, you know. And like I say, the universe is guiding you, so please, it's your intuition, keep going. That is going to be your fuel for you to get where you are as well. I feel once you get to your destination, you know, once you actually have got rid of these blocks and whatever, I feel when you get there, the person that you're meeting on the other side, they have quite a poetic view on life, you know. There's a really good energy there, friendly, warm, you know, in touch with their emotions, and you know, there's a dreaminess around it as well. Like I say, like the Page of Cups, the knight hasn't lost his dreaminess, he hasn't lost his daydreams, but what he's lost is his fear of actually going after those, you know. And I feel that once he gets to his destination, there's this air of freeness coming in, you know. There's like a real escape from the mundane, and you know, there's very, very deep emotions there as well, you know. So it's like I really feel that your way of life will be open to a new way of thinking as well. It's like you'll smile more, you know, you'll feel loved, you know, there's this lovely feeling of, you know what, like life's pretty damn good, you know. So like I say, this opportunity is coming. Please don't, I don't know, you can if you want, but what I would say is please don't, you know, turn down this opportunity, because it is blessed, it is coming for you from the universe. And if you tune into your intuition and if you follow your heart, you will know that this is guiding you where you need to be as well. So that's a lovely, lovely card. Like I say, I'm rushing through them a bit because we have two today. So that was for the Saturday, the 6th. And for the 7th, which is, again, you know, I love the story tarot tells. This is what tarot does. If you're learning to read tarot, build the story up with it, you know, because this is when it starts to make sense. So the card that we have for the 7th, the Sunday, is this card, the 9 of Cups. Now, the word that comes in with this is contentment, okay? Now, this card is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I love this one, and it's often known as the wish card. So what this is saying is, like, your wishes, you know, this knight is charging forward, and it's not going to be in vain. It's, you know, his wish is there, and this is when he will get this contentment. I mean, look, if we have a look at him there, there's a saying keeps coming into me here, and I don't know whether I should say it or not, because I try to keep these videos sort of you know, like child friendly, but there's a saying up north where I live in the UK where it's like, he's like a pig in shit. you know, and it's just like really, really happy, you know, and like got everything he needs. And this is what Spirit were bringing into me today with this card. It's you know, he's like a pig in shit. So sorry, it is a little bit crass, but that's what they were bringing in. And this card is saying that like your daydreams and your dreams will be reality. You know, there's happiness, there's joy, there's fulfillment, you know, there's everything rolled into one. Because this is one of the most positive cards in the deck. If we have a look again, it's all blues. This week, it's all been about blues. It's about us communicating with Spirit, communicating our needs, and voicing, finding our voice. Like I say, I've mentioned, you know, it's here in the lion roar. And I really feel once you do this, this is when, you know, you will get your rewards there, because this card has such a karmic feel to it. And it's about, you are about to receive the recognition from the universe for all the good that you have done, you know. So there's good times coming for you. There's happiness coming for you. And most of all, there's security, you know, and especially around emotional issues. What it's saying here is really, this card has a lot to do with gratitude as well, not taking something for granted. This card is more about simple pleasures, you know, than actually, you know, having all of his cups filled with gold or whatever, you know. This card and this guy in this card, he is about to receive riches that money cannot buy. No amount of money could actually buy them. And this is going to give him the satisfaction. It's like there he has 9 cups filled, you know. There's only one more cup he needs filling. If we think the 8 of cups, which comes before this, is the figure that is realizing that they're unfulfilled and actually walking out into the darkness to go in search of this fulfillment. They don't know what it is, but they're on the quest to get it. They've now arrived, and it's right, okay. If we have a look, there's a lone figure in there, so he's happy in his own skin. You know, he's now happy with himself. Now, all he needs is one more cup filled, and that will take him to the 10 of cups, which the 10 of cups is the harmonious partnerships, the security, the happiness, the whole lot. You know, it's basically they all lived happily ever after. You know, it's idyllic. And like I say, he's one more cup to fill and he's there. So this card as well always says that, you know, you've overcome all the difficulties. You've gone through the stages of the cups, you know, where there's the love, but then there's the, you know, then there's the disappointment that comes with it. Then there's all of this, you know, when we read tarot, it's all a journey, you know, and it's all a journey up to it. And we're almost at the end of the journey with this, you know. So what has happened with this is you realize the importance of emotions, the importance of love, you know, and it's like turning away from the material world in search of spiritual satisfaction as well, and the wisdom that you gain when that comes in. So this is a card really about the good life, you know, that Frank Sinatra sang that song about it, wasn't it, you know? And this is, you know, you could almost, I mean, look at him, he looks a bit like Frank. So you could almost like hear this song, you know, being played with this. And it's like he knows now that he has so much, but he is ready to share this, you know, and he knows what he has to offer. But it's about sharing. Like I say, this card is all about gratitude, being very, very thankful for what you have, and also using, like I mentioned music there. Sorry, they're bringing loads in here, and this is about, like, when I said simple things and simple pleasures, this is things like, you know, your eyesight, you know, look at the beautiful things that you see on a daily basis and take notice of them and be appreciative to them, you know. Like I say, I've had a problem with a vision in my eye, and that's how I see the world, you know. So now it's getting better, and it's like, you know, I love it. It's I wake up every morning, it's like, right, okay, thank you, you know, I can see. But it made me, by that being taken away, it made me realize how much I'd taken that for granted and how much I do appreciate it now when it's there. You know, if you think of listen to a wonderful piece of music and how that can, you know, that is, you know, music is what feeds us, you know, and music can give us so many emotions, but there are people out there who have never heard music. And so it's these little things, like I say, a beautiful flower. The universe gives us gifts on a daily basis. And this is about not just opening your heart, but opening your eyes, and you will be able to see the wonderful things that we encounter every day, and that, once you experience that, this is when you have true pleasure. This is when you can say, what, I'm the richest person in the world here. So this card is, it's like I say, it's a magical card. It's a beautiful card. I really, really like it. And like I say, this is about sharing your newfound clarity, sharing your newfound happiness with the world as well. When we put stuff like this into the world, it makes a little ripple, and that ripple will have a knock-on effect with other people. There was a couple of weeks ago, it was the last time I seen my granddad before he died, and I came away from the hospital and I was very, very sad. And I went into a local shop and I seen a friend of mine who was with their new partner, and they've had a lot of trouble, and they were so happy, and it was lovely. And I came back and I sent them a message and said, you've made my day. Seeing that really made my day. They didn't know how sad I'd been. I'd seen them 2 weeks ago and I told them, what they'd actually done. And they were like, that message meant so much to me. So that little ripple of seeing them happy had touched me. I then told them it had touched me, and then they got that feeling of, what, this is okay. So it's like I say, this is sharing. I mean, if anybody's seen the film Into the Wild, it's one of my favorite movies. I absolutely adore it. The soundtrack is amazing, the film, the concept, everything. And one of the quotes that comes with that is, love is only real when it's shared. And it's about this guy who goes on a quest to see what life is, and he goes off by himself and he thinks he wants to be alone. But when he goes through all these experiences, what he realizes is, doing all these amazing things is great, but having somebody there to do them with makes them so much better as well. And with this, I don't feel you have to worry about that, because what I'm being told here is your heart's desire is coming. Like I say, your wishes are coming true with this. This is a time is coming in where you're going to be living in the moment and just enjoying the good things that life has to offer. It's like having your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, everything is coming into fruition, and this card is saying to you, your future is assured. So don't be scared. Just remember to give gratitude, because like I say, when we give gratitude, the universe just wants to ply us with more stuff. You know yourself, if you give somebody something and they don't say thank you, you're like, oh, right, I'm not giving them it again. And it's just remembering how much you are blessed. You are almost at completion stage here. You are at the 9. The 9 is nearing completion. You sort of have a bit of an idea now how and why events have unfolded as they have. And like I say, you're in a state of happiness, of security, of being happy within yourself. And all you need to do now is, be grateful, take in the beauty of every day, take in the beauty of what's around you. And then, you go for this last cup, and that's it. You're at completion stage. There's the all lived happily ever after then. So them cards, absolutely. It's like, I really feel like I've sort of been watching this crazy film, where you're like, right, what's going to happen and stuff like that. But they're really, really nice cards. I'm pleased that the weekend ended on them as well. We don't know what next week brings, but I hope you like them, and I hope they resonated with you as well. If they did, please let me know as well. Like I say, you can, comment on here. If you're watching these on Facebook, please leave a link in the comments there. If you're watching them on Instagram, Pinterest, wherever they are, please let me know if these are resonating with you. But please just trust in the universe, and let love in, because there's a lot of love going around at the moment, and a lot of self-love as well. And I always say that is one of the most important aspects as well. When we can truly love ourselves and who we are, even the dark parts, is when we can truly love another. So have a fabulous weekend. Please let me know what's happening. I will be back on Monday for the card of today. I have a little bit of availability this weekend if anybody would like to sort of squeeze a reading in. Please get in touch with me. The links are below. And like I say, you know, just enjoy. Really take the time to look at all of the beautiful things. Look at the colours of the world. That's what they're saying there. You know, look at how colourful and bright the world is suddenly seeming, because it seems like somebody's just upped the saturation a little bit. Okay, so have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you on Monday with the card of today. Sat Nam.